I'm Margot Staten of BeGoodToYourselfByMargot.com and welcome to my channel. Here I teach you simple strategies to improve your quality of life in the 15-minute-a-day cure. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. I release brand new videos every Wednesday at 5 p.m. So let's jump into today's lesson. 5 tips on how to achieve your goals. So this will be a step-by-step process. Now, before we jump into specifically goal setting, let's talk about why goals fail. So one of the main reasons goals fail is a lack of motivation. It's great in theory to want to achieve a goal, buy a house, get a better job, lose weight, eat better, get married. Why isn't it happening? Well, how badly do you want it? Right? Motivation. What are your reasons? Why do you want to achieve this? Another reason is that our goals tend to be too broad. I want to lose weight. Oh, okay. How many pounds? By when? Losing weight could be 20 pounds, could be 10, could be 50, could be 60, could be 100. What do you mean you just want to lose weight? So again, having it be very, very broad and not having it be specific, typically, well, what are we trying to reach, right? We need milestones. We need to check things off. Lost 2 pounds, lost 5, lost 10. How much do you want to lose? Again, our goals are too broad. Another reason is lack of commitment. Again, in theory, we set a New Year's resolution. Maybe we want to exercise more, but we're not really committed to it, right? It's just kind of something that we say out loud because it's a Tuesday, and by the time Wednesday rolls around, well, we've forgotten all about it. And another reason is that they're not realistic. Maybe somebody says, I want to buy a house within the next 6 months. Okay, but in order to buy a house, you need a 20% down payment. In order to get a 20% down payment, you need to save. Realistically, maybe it'll take you 2 years or 3 years to save that money. So how is buying a house within 6 months realistic? So those are some of the reasons that goals tend to fail. So try to kind of stay away from that. And make sure that you have the motivation, right? Identify why you want to achieve a particular goal. The other thing is something I call the WWT Dilemma. So that's your what, why, when, and how. What is it that you want to achieve? Why do you want to achieve it? By when? And what are the steps that you're going to take to achieve it? And finally, you want to make sure that you're setting SMART goals. So when we talk about a step-by-step process, right? So the 5 tips on how to achieve your goals, many of you probably have heard of this term. Your goals need to be SMART goals. So what are SMART goals, right? How are you going to be successful in achieving your goals? By the way, if you're currently working on a goal, feel free to leave a comment down below. Let me know what it is. Let me know how I can help. Let me know how you're doing. So our SMART goal setting, this is how you're going to achieve your goals. Number 1, your goal needs to be specific. What is it that you want to achieve? Do you want to buy a house? Do you want to get a job? If you do want to get a job, what specific job? In what specific niche? How much money would you like to earn? If you want to lose weight, how many pounds do you want to lose? It needs to be specific. Number 2, it needs to be measurable. How do you know if you're doing well or you're not doing well? How do you know if you're succeeding or failing? How are you measuring this, right? Is it a week-by-week basis? Typically, what I recommend to my clients is you should have your main goal, and then under your main goal, you should have mini steps of how you're going to attain that goal. Let's say I want to buy a house. The first thing is to get a promotion at work. The next thing is to maybe cut out certain leisure activities or vacations. The third thing might be, to save, specifically to save how much per month or per paycheck. Again, it needs to be specific so that when you're sort of monitoring how well you're doing and how on track you are in meeting that goal, you can literally go into, your notebook or a calendar or something on your phone and say, check, check, check. Again, and the motivation, when we're checking things off our list, that naturally will actually motivate us. Number 3, your goal needs to be achievable. So what is achievable? You got to keep it real. In theory, we all want things tomorrow. We all want to feel better. We all want to make more money. We all want to move on to, better things. We all want to lose weight. We all want that like yesterday, right? But again, is that really realistic? It needs to be achievable, not only from the standpoint of when you're going to achieve it, but what it is you're going to achieve, right? Again, losing 50 pounds in 1 month is probably unrealistic. Going from making, I don't know, $18 an hour to making $45 an hour within 6 months is also not really realistically achievable. Now, does it mean that you're not going to be able to make $45 a month, $45 an hour, or 50 or 60 or 70, or make your six-figure salary? No, everything is achievable, but you need to be realistic, right? Again, you need to make sure that there's a system in place of how you're going to get to that particular goal. How achievable is this goal for me right now, or within the next 6 months, or within the next year? Number 4, relevance. Why is this particular goal important to you? The more relevant it is to you specifically, not to your partner, not to your kids, no, to you. It might be as a result of a need for your children or your family, but it needs to have value to you. The more relevant it is to you, the more important it is to you, the more motivated you are to achieve it. And finally, number 5, it needs to be time bound. This cannot just be a goal such as I'm going to purchase, a house, period. By when? 6 months, a year, 2 years, 3 years. I am going to, get a degree in psychology. Fantastic. By when? Within 2 years, within 4 years. How many credits do you already have? Do you have to start from scratch? I'm going to be an entrepreneur. Fantastic, wonderful quality of life. By when? Right? How you need to measure it. And when we're measuring it, it needs to be time specific. If you kind of just put a blanket statement out there saying, I want to go into business for myself, it's fantastic. But if you don't put the pressure and the restraint of by when you're planning to achieve that goal, well, guess what? You're not going to do it. Right? Again, goals need to be specific, they need to be measurable, they need to be achievable, they need to be relevant, and they need to be time bound. And with that said, guys, just, be easy on yourselves. Sometimes we set goals and we think that they're realistic and we think that they're achievable, but then life gets in the way, or a crisis hits, or something comes up where maybe we need to sort of go back to the drawing board and reevaluate our goal. And maybe we're not going to achieve that specific goal within the next year, but maybe we can now do it in 2 years or in 3 years. Again, it's okay. It's not failure. Even when we fail, it's a learning opportunity, but goals are kind of also meant to change with your own situations. But again, you need to actually set goals. Your goals, like I always say, cannot live up here. They need to be down on paper, and they need to be something that you're seeing and that you're working towards every single day for you to be successful. And you will be. You will be. So that is it. Those are my 5 tips on how to achieve your goals, a step-by-step process. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed my video, please hit the like button, and always remember to be good to yourselves.